I'm Mark Bell, and I'm on my 10-minute walk, about to hit up my first workout in a while. And I know a lot of you are about to hit up your first workouts in a while because your state or your area that you're in is probably going to start to open the gyms back up again. But I really would like to throw out some words of encouragement and also some words of caution. So for me, it's been a few weeks since I've really lifted any significant amount of weight. So in terms of goals, people might kind of be wandering freely and not really know like where they want to go. Maybe previously you were set up to do a bodybuilding show, or maybe previously you were just 6 weeks out from a powerlifting meet or a strongman competition and it got canceled. It's like someone pulled the rug out from under you, and now you're just out there in the universe trying to figure out, you know, where you can fit in and where like what should you be going towards. And here's what I want you to go towards. I want you to go towards having fun. I want you to go towards working up a sweat. I want you to work towards just breathing hard. That's about it. Having fun, working up a sweat, breathing hard. Let's do that for about 2 weeks or so. I know it kind of seems like a long time, but there's really no reason to put a lot of restrictions on what you're going to do, and there's no reason to like force yourself. Whenever you force yourself or make yourself do something, think about how much you dislike when someone else tries to force you to do something, or someone else makes you do something. Like even this quarantine situation, you got to stay home and you got to wash your hands, right? How annoying is that? Well, be sure to not do that to yourself. Just follow your interest and follow what's kind of close, what's in striking distance to you, rather than trying to set these lofty goals. Like if you think you're going to lose 20 pounds and gain 20 pounds on your bench coming out of the quarantine really quickly, you could hurt your shoulder and set yourself back further than ever. So what I'm going to do with myself is the same thing I've always done, coming off of being sick, coming off a severe injury, coming off of a powerlifting meet or a bodybuilding show. Anytime I got finished with something, or anytime I was making a comeback from something, I would always just train and I would just have fun with it. And I think I would think back to like, why did I start this originally? What was what do I enjoy? What do I like about this? And so here's a time to F around, basically. Here's a time to kind of mess around with weights. Maybe you really love training your shoulders, but you don't love doing squats. Well, lean into that. Train your shoulders more. Get yourself familiar with the gym again. Do the things that you like. Do the things that you love. As you get into a routine and as you build up that consistency again, because consistency is going to be the key. We need consistency and we don't need to be fancy. Build that consistency back up. Tell yourself, hey, this is what we're doing. Show your body what's going on. Send that message to your body to grow. You know, stimulate the body, but make sure you don't annihilate it. And just take your time. And you want to really try to be encouraging of what you're doing. And the way to be encouraging of what you're doing is to do it well, repeat it over and over again, and start to have little markers of success. So if you just take your time with it, it will all come together. There's a great quote that I really love a lot, and it's from Mr. Rogers. And I've said it before in some other videos. But Mr. Rogers has a quote that says, "You don't need to do anything extraordinary in this world to be loved." And it might sound a little silly, and you're like, how does that pertain to me lifting weights? Well, no one really cares if you're jacked. No one really cares if you're tan. Except for yourself. It matters a bunch to yourself, right? But the point is just take your time with it. Just try. You don't need to do anything extraordinary. People already love you. People already care about you. When you get more jacked and you get more tan and you get more wealthy, people aren't going to exponentially like you more. You're not going to exponentially be happier, okay? So just take your time. You know, have that in consideration. Like, I don't need to do anything crazy. I just need to be myself and I just need to figure out a way to be consistent. So if we're going to figure out a way to be consistent, let's not torture ourselves with a brutal workout. Be very cautious. I would say from a weight perspective, just don't even worry about going over anything over like 70% of your max. Utilize some high reps. This is a great time to employ some bodybuilding strategy, because with bodybuilding, we can get in better shape, we can get in better condition, we can look better, we can gain a little bit of muscle, and we'll automatically gain some strength, especially if we didn't have opportunities or we didn't have access to the same equipment that you're going to now have. So that's my recommendations. Those are some of the expectations that you should be looking for. Start to tighten that diet back up again. Start to bring some of that back together, and let's just keep it really simple. Let's do 3 exercises per body part. 3 exercises per body part. Let's do about 3 to 4 sets per exercise. Let's use 8 to 12 repetitions. Let's use good moderate tempos, like you're not trying to move things real fast, you're not moving stuff super slow. Let's use a lot of the basic exercises that you've liked in the past, that you enjoy. If you are kind of newer and you don't know what to do, bench, squat, deadlift, overhead press, bent over row, pull-ups, push-ups. That's pretty much it. Maybe getting a little cardiovascular training, maybe a little bit of running, skipping some rope, a little bit of boxing, just a little bit of stuff that's going to be safe, stuff that's going to be effective. And because you're pumped up and you're excited about the gym, also try to make sure that you're not spending too much time in there, which is probably going to happen. You're probably going to want to be in there for like 3 hours because it's going to feel like it's brand new to you. In terms of nutrition, just get back on a routine, get back on a plan. Maybe try to implement some intermittent fasting. Maybe and just skip breakfast might be useful to you. If you're on the skinnier side, maybe eat some rice and some potatoes. But in general, you want to eat meat, vegetables, and maybe some fruit here and there. If you're on the heavier side, just don't eat the potatoes. Just don't eat the rice. Have a few servings of meat every day. Get those nutrients in there. Macro and micro, right? Stay away from sugary drinks. Start to ditch some snacks. And within about 2 weeks, it shouldn't take long. In about 2 weeks, you should be back feeling good and feeling strong. Anyway, I'm super excited to be back at SuperTraining Gym. I'm fired up. I'm going to get in there, and I'm going to do some bodybuilding. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never strength. Catch y'all later.